Morning. All right, so I just kind of open with Tua. So, I said on Monday that we're gonna run some more tests. We ran those tests. Tua he'll be out this week. He has fractured ribs, so obviously he's in a lot of pain. So he'll be out this week. Jacoby will start, and we're just going to take it week to week. Really, let's call it day to day and week to week. But he'll be out this week. Just kind of want to put that out there right now. Look, he this is a tough kid. He wants to play. He's actually trying to play, and we're just gonna save him from himself a little bit on this and hold him out this week and then take it week to week from there.
Is this injury one of those you just have to let it rest? Is there much you can do? Is it just time?
I'm no doctor, so I don't want to speak out of turn here when it comes to an injury like or any injury. But rest always helps, and we'll just take it one day at a time. But right now, we know that he'll be out this week.
You anticipate him being placed on IR?
Again, we'll take it day to day. Like I said, he wants to play, and I think he would try to play. But we just got to see how he responds over the next days. So that's not something that we're really thinking about right now. But we got to see how this trends over the course of the week.
What are you going to do as far as backup quarterback?
Reed Sinnett will be the backup quarterback.
You said that you took some additional tests after, what was that, Monday or Tuesday. Was it a surprise that maybe whatever you found in the additional tests weren't on the initial test?
Again, I'm not, X-rays, MRIs, CTs. That's really not my ballpark. We did some more tests, and that revealed the fractures. So, that's what it is. He's in a lot of pain. Was I surprised? Is that what the question was? We got an initial diagnosis, and we decided to run some more tests like we talked about on Monday. We ran them, and we got this information. So, it's unfortunate, but thankfully, it's not something that we think is going to be. Well, actually, I don't want to put a timetable on it, but I think he's taking it day to day. He's better, but still dealing with some pain, and we'll take it one day at a time.
Brian, none of this is ideal, obviously, but the fact that you got some definitive answers early in the week, does that help in just in terms of installing a plan and that sort of thing, and not having to drag on the uncertainty of the Thursday, Friday, or whatever?
It's you don't want this. Nobody wants this, and we just we're going to deal with. We have the information. We're making a decision, and we're going to move forward with Jacoby. The team knows that. The team understands that. Not ideal. Not nobody's not ideal, but we're just kind of move forward with the guys we have available.
How do you anticipate that being able to get a lot of practice reps on Wednesday and Thursday, or Wednesday and Friday, might help Jacoby as compared to the situation last week?
Practice reps always help. So we'll have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to, kind of go through our practice routine, early down, third down, red zone. Obviously, didn't get a lot of reps last week. We get a lot more this week. Build some timing, some chemistry with, the offensive line, the backs, the tight ends, the receivers, and that always helps. You get that timing, you get those reps, you get some execution with some of those guys in practice, and hopefully it carries over into the game.
How does Jacoby's skill set affect what you might focus on as far as running the offense as it compared to his skill set, for example?
You mean right-handed versus left-handed, or? I think that's one obvious situation. One's right-handed, one's left-handed, so the ball comes out a little bit differently from one guy to the other. So I think we'll work through that, from a practice standpoint. I think all the receivers, tight ends, backs have caught the ball from both quarterbacks. Really, all three quarterbacks this week will be Reed as well. Um, but as far as skill set, uh, I don't think really much changes, to be honest. And we'll just kind of move forward and try to prepare a game plan that puts us in position to have some success.
Were there things that Jacoby did Sunday that you like? I mean, I know there was obviously a lot to correct and going through that, but were there things that he showed you that particularly stood out as something you liked on Sunday?
It's a hard situation to go in, with limited reps against a good team. Some of the timing things that you gain through practice. Kind of did it on the fly. So I think this week will be good. I think we'll use today, tomorrow, and Friday to try to build some of that chemistry, build some of that timing in the pass game, as well as the run game. As far as ball handling and things of that nature, working with the centers, and yeah, I mean that's the plan this week.
You mentioned Tua is not a pain and he wanted to play. How's he doing emotionally? Obviously, knowing that he has to be down.
Yeah, he's in good spirits. I mean, he's a tough kid. He's doing everything he can to get back as quickly as he can. Right now, he's getting better. He wants to be out there, wants to be with his teammates, and I think this is, the right move, for him, from a health standpoint, and again, he wants to be out there, and we got to protect him though.
What sense do you and the coaching staff have about Jacoby relative to his ability to understand defenses and sense pressure and be good in the pocket awareness category?
I think all the quarterbacks, do a good job from that standpoint. Can step up in the pocket and move laterally and avoid the rush that way. Have a good understanding of what we're seeing or what the defense is doing. So feel good about all of them. That includes Jacoby, and we'll work through we'll put him through some of those situations in practice where we try to create some instances where he's got to step up and slide and avoid a little bit of rush. So that's just kind of part of being a quarterback.
You mentioned you have to protect him, whether it's Tua or Jacoby. Have you made at this point any decisions that you're willing to share as far as the O-line and how you can fix that?
I mean, every week, we look at it and say, hey, who are our best five? I think we talked about that, numerous times in this setting, and that's no different this week. I think, obviously we evaluated last week's game, and we got to be better, and that's kind of the message we've sent to everyone on the team. You're talking specific to the offensive line. They've heard that message as well, and I think this is, there's going to be a lot of competition in practice this week, and when we come out of practice this week, we'll make the decision of who will be out there.
You talked about after the game on Sunday that being the next man up was nothing new for him. He's been in this position before. Just kind of your faith in him as a coaching staff and kind of stepping into that role and the confidence that he brings.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is someone who's played a lot of football in his career. Started games, come in as a backup. He prepares the right way, puts himself in position to come in, play as a backup, play in a starting role, and I think he's done a nice job from that standpoint. I think he's preparing that way, preparing the same way he prepares every week this week, and I think we just got to build chemistry with the with the O-line, with the backs, with the tight ends, with the receivers, some timing, and I think if we do that, or we'll work towards that throughout the course of the week.
Brian, kind of similar line of questioning. He said after the game he doesn't refer to himself as a backup quarterback, that he sees himself as a starter. What does it do, for your team's morale, for your team's, I guess, mentality when it has to go to a backup quarterback who has that kind of mindset?
I think that's the mindset every player should have. Look, we got a lot of good players, and not everyone can quote unquote start. Um, I've coached positions where we've had 6-7 guys who I felt were starting caliber players, but you can't start all of them. So you kind of try to build that mindset that each one of them is a starter. They may be a backup, but when they go into the game, they should prepare like a starter every week, and they should we're counting on them to go in the game and play as such. If the opportunity presents itself that they go in. So I didn't know Jacoby said that, but that makes sense. That's the message that he should be getting. That's the message that we really give to everyone. So, but yeah, I mean it's good to hear that, and I think guys have confidence in Jacoby and his ability to kind of lead the offense. And but we're gonna have to prepare the right way and work throughout the week to put ourselves in position to execute.
Do you anticipate having to tweak the offense at all to fit, Jacoby's skill set versus, Tua's?
No. Other than the right-handed, left-handed, but
Regarding offensive line changes, because it's only been 2 games, how is your mindset relative to, okay, we can tweak this scheme or this guy, as opposed to we need to reshuffle the whole deck? What's the process and the factors that you consider about tweaking versus a reshuffle?
I think the process starts in practice first and foremost. So we have a lot of information on all of our guys. The games give us more information, and then if we are going to do anything, we would see what that looks like in practice, and then really evaluate and make a decision. So reshuffling, or I forget the other phrase you used, tweaked. I think you're always kind of we're always kind of moving some guys around during practice anyway, because that could happen in a game. But as far as how we start the game or anything like that, I don't think we'd make any decisions until we actually practiced.
Brian, there's only, I think, 6 or 7 teams that started 2-0, the Raiders, of course, being one of them. What jumps out when you study them?
It's an explosive team. Offensively, defensively, in the kicking game. They're well coached. And they've got some explosive players on both sides of the ball, all 3 sides of the ball. So from Waller to Ruggs to Renfro, to Max Crosby to Yannick Ngakoue, excuse me. They can create big plays, really a few different ways. They're explosive. They're really moving the ball. Derek Carr does a great job. I should always mention him first. He's done a great job of taking total control of that offense, putting them in good positions to have success. He finds the matchups. He knows what defenses he's looking at, and then defensively, I think Gus Bradley's doing a real nice job of getting those guys coached up. It's hard to. They're doing a good job in the run game. I think they're tackling well, and they're making people earn it. So I think collectively they're doing a lot of good things.
Final question?
You mentioned last time Will Fuller rejoined the team. Where is he now physically?
He's here at practice, and he'll be out there today. Great. Thank you, guys.